This is the first time that I'm speaking in public, so I'm probably going to have to read my story because I'm nervous. I've been a patient of Dr. Mora's for a long time. I was the youngest patient that she had ever had up until a couple of years ago. I don't know if that's changed. I hope not. I'm 48 years old, and I'm a 23-year cancer survivor. So, thank you. If you do the math, I was 25 when I was diagnosed. I lived a relatively healthy life. I have no family history of breast cancer, and I was lucky enough to find the lump myself. At the time, I was able to wear a bikini, and I had been burned, from a sunburn, and I was laying there one day, and I was sort of just going along peeling, and I found this lump. And I thought, well, this can't be anything. I'm 25 years old, but I sat with it a little bit. The next day, I called my gynecologist, and figuring he was going to say to me, it's nothing, don't worry about it. But he said that they had put a new protocol in place, and anybody who called with a lump, they sent to a breast specialist. I asked them for a name, and they gave me Dr. Mora's. So I went to her. I wasn't concerned. I didn't think it would be a big deal. She examined me, she tried to aspirate the lump, and she sat me in her office, and she said, listen, it's probably nothing, no family history, you're young, but it doesn't belong there. So let's just get it out and be done with it. So surgery was scheduled to remove the lump, and I still wasn't concerned. I met with her a few days later after the surgery and was shocked to learn that it was breast cancer. And I literally blacked out in her office. I was panicked. But through the process of going for other opinions, I learned how really lucky I was. Because of my age, other doctors had said to me they would have left the lump there and they would have watched it. So I had to go back for another operation. I went through weeks of radiation, and it wasn't easy. When you're diagnosed with cancer, any bruise is not just a bruise, any pain is not just a pain. It took a lot of support to get me through it. But all things considered, I really was one of the lucky ones. My cancer was detected early. And as we know, early detection is the key. Had I not gone to Dr. Mora, had she waited, had I waited, I might not be here today. At 25, I was not checking myself. But because my cancer was detected early, my parents got to keep their daughter, and my sister got to keep her only sister. Because it was detected early, my grandmother got to keep her granddaughter, and my niece and nephew got to know me, not through stories that my family told them, but in person. Because it was detected early, I was lucky enough to go on to have two beautiful daughters, both of whom are amazing people, and they might change the world someday, you never know. And finally, because my cancer was detected early, I recently went back to graduate school. I actually graduated this May. I became a therapist. Thank you. So I have a few hours to put in before I get my license, but the reason that I went into this is to help other women deal with the emotional issues that surround a diagnosis of breast cancer. So early detection is the key, and I'm here to tell you that there is life after breast cancer. Thank you.